If you're a musician struggling to monetize your music, I'll show you how to craft a marketing strategy from scratch. And I'll walk through how to do this step by step, so make sure to watch the video all the way through. Now, fortunately, putting a marketing strategy for this only requires 3 things. Assumptions, which you don't know, variables, which are pieces of assumptions, and then finally experiments, which is how you test those variables. And this is why 99% of musicians fail miserably. I have all these assumptions about what their fan base wants. My fans will buy a shirt without any means of testing what works. So they do the same thing over and over again, don't see any results, and then get burnt out. So let's see how to fix that. Now let's say you want to come out with a merch line. What do most musicians do? Spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on pre-orders on the assumption that some people will buy some shirts. Instead, let's think about the variables of this and then build tests around those variables. So our assumption is people want merch. Step 1 done. Now we list our variables. Do people in your audience actually want merch? What kind of merch do they want? How much are they willing to pay for a piece of merch? How do they typically like to pay? What prompts them to buy one band's merch over another's? And the list can go on and on. But the important thing is to find the most important variables that you should be testing. I'd argue the 3 most important variables are, do they actually want merch? What kind of merch do they want? And how much would they be willing to pay? I.e., are they even remotely interested? What do they actually want? And would it be profitable? Now we create experiments isolating each variable. And if you made it this far, you're in a better spot than most people. But there is a wrong way to do this, which can cost you a lot of money, i.e., asking your fans if they want merch. That creates a thing called a false positive, which is really, really bad. And to prove it to you, when was the last time somebody showed you a piece of music they made and you said, yeah, that's really cool, and then never bought their CD and listened to it? Imagine that phenomenon, but with thousands of dollars in merch. There is a way to avoid that. And if you want to learn about that, that deserves an entirely new video in and of itself. So if you want me to cover proper experiments, comment part 3. And finally, like and subscribe so you don't miss the update.